BCWSA customers, former.
It's time now for the best high school sports action from the WBCB Sports Network. Catch the best games from Bucks and Mercer County at WBCBSports.com and our Facebook page. Your home for high school sports is right here at WBCB 1490.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Conwell-Egan Catholic High School, the home of the Eagles, as we get you ready for high school football on the WBCB Sports Network. Today, the Eagles play host to the Saints of Neumann Goretti. And tonight's game on WBCB brought to you by BCWSA, St. Mary Medical Center, the Pines Tavern, Rob's Automotive and Collision. Thanks to VitaCare Home Health Agency for making portions of today's game possible. Brian Fitzpatrick on board. Brian Fitzpatrick for all of us. Team Toyota powering portions of the action. Thanks also to the Revere Restaurant, outstanding Italian cuisine in nearby Ewing Township, New Jersey. Nolan Painting on board for tonight's game. Again, the Eagles hosting the Saints, a big PCL Blue Division matchup, and making portions of it possible. 1 hour heating and air conditioning. The Trentonian. This is the Trentonian pregame show. Read about today's game in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. Outstanding local and national sports coverage. You can count on it 7 days a week. And thanks to Lower Bucks Hospital, Finney McGee's Pub, and the Fella Auto Group. All right, so Egan hosting the Saints of Neumann Goretti. Neumann Goretti coming in with 2 wins and 4 losses. And for Egan, it's been up and down so far, Gus. 3-3 for the Eagles, and they've gone loss, win, loss, win, loss, win. And if they stay on that trend, not going to be a good night for the Eagles. They're looking to break that trend of going back and forth.
You know why trends are there? It's because they're meant to be broken, and this is a trend that they want to break tonight. Try to get back-to-back wins for the first time this season, and a much-needed win for them. As like you said, they're 3-3.
Yeah, last week they did get a big win over EEACS, so riding a bit of momentum, a 24-6 victory for the Eagles in that one. Meanwhile, for the Saints of Neumann Goretti, it's been tough this year. 2-4 so far under head coach Albie Crosby. Egan led by Jack Techman. Yeah, so for the Saints, Albie Crosby, their head coach, with Byron Barnes, their assistant head coach, and Lance Raymer, their defensive coordinator. For the Eagles, Jack Techman, their head coach, with assistant head coach Tony Dragani and assistant coach Brian O'Hara, who leads the offensive and defensive line. So, as I said, an up-and-down year so far for Egan. 3-3, and they got their tough first game as they fell to Riverdale Baptist, but a big bounce back, blanking Chichester 38-zip, and then a tough game against a big rival, as couldn't get it done against Lansdale Catholic, losing 21-14. High-scoring affair with West Catholic, and they got it done 48-26. And then last week, 2 weeks ago, another rivalry game against Archbishop Ryan, losing 34-27. And then against a really good education, it's EEACS. I'm messing up this school's name, Gus.
Hey, it's a mouthful, though.
Executive Education Academy Schools, I believe. And they're having a good season, so that was a big win for Egan to get that done. Yeah, Executive Education Academy Charter School was the victim of Egan last week.
Mouthful.
Yeah, and they're playing good football. That's a 5-3 team that they took down.
So they got some quality wins on their schedule. They got a couple bad losses, though. But there's been a couple games that is close. Like you said, that Archbishop Ryan game, they only lost by a touchdown and kept it close. Points on the board. So even though some of those losses that they ended with an L, there probably are some good things to take from those games. You know, putting up 27 points in a game, that's pretty good. That gives you a great chance to win a game. Sadly, though, defense let up 34.
Well, here on the campus of Conwell-Egan Catholic High School, and this is their last home game of the season. From here, they hit the road to take on Carroll next week, and then Archbishop Wood to round out their regular season. And Neumann Goretti, again, 2-4 so far this year. And they are led by senior quarterback Deontay Ruffin, a dual threat guy. He's got some weapons, both throwing the football and using the wheels to get it done.
When you're able to be a dual threat quarterback, especially at this high school level, really puts a dynamic in the offense that the defense just has trouble dealing with.
No
Sometimes
question.
you have to deal with the run, but not only do you have to deal with the run, but you have to deal with the quarterback running. And when you put on top of that the passing game, it just puts a lot of different schemes and a lot of different things in the head of the defense. And sometimes it'll trick them. So you see these dual threat quarterbacks thrive at this high school level.
So far this season for Neumann Goretti, been a lot of close games, and here come the Eagles of Conwell-Egan Catholic taking the field. It took a little bit for the Saints to get going, had 3 straight losses to start the year before getting the narrowest victory over Archbishop Wood, taking the Vikings out 20-19. They then took care of West Catholic 26-13. But coming off of a loss to Archbishop Carroll, that was another 1-point game, but it was a 1-point loss for Neumann Goretti, losing to Carroll 31-30. So looking for a bounce back here against Conwell-Egan Catholic, 2 teams that know each other very well. Again, PCL Blue Division Clash coming up on WBCB. Chris Ermer, Darnell Turner, Gus Barber with you. And if you missed the action on BCB, read about it in tomorrow's Trentonian. Outstanding local and national sports coverage that you can count on 7 days a week. And watch that Coaches Roundtable show, video stream live Wednesday nights at 7 from Sandy's Beef and Ale, and brought to you by Lower Bucks Hospital since 1954. Lower Bucks Hospital supporting the youth of our community. And we've met a lot of the Conwell-Egan Catholic Eagles on Wednesday nights throughout this high school football season for our high school Coaches Roundtable show. Monty Zuriella, along with Colin Walker, Sincere Ferry, and Brian Shimp, representing the Eagles out there. Captains for the Saints include quarterback Deontay Ruffin, and he is joined by Kyrese Bradley with Daniel Adafalarin, who's a 2-way guy for the Saints, and Don Juan Clark, who will do the place kicking. So Neumann Goretti winning the toss, deferring to the second half, and the Eagles will receive the football to get this one going. High school football on the WBCB Sports Network. And it's brought to you by Finney McGee's Pub. And we thank all the community support for making tonight's game possible. Kind of a weird kickoff time, Gus. Typically, you get a 7 o'clock kickoff. We're getting going a bit earlier with a 5 o'clock start, and we are just about to get it going.
Yeah, Friday night lights, it's usually, but we got Friday night twilight, I'd say. You know, you can't even really say Friday night twilight. It's just Friday twilight football.
All right, we're going to step aside as they honor America with the playing of the national anthem, and we're coming back with kickoff in just a bit.
BCWSA customers, former Phillies pitcher Tommy Green here. I played on the 1993 National League champs, so I know a thing or two about what it's like playing on a winning team. BCWSA has all the ingredients. They make it easy for their customers to get automatic updates by text, email, or phone anytime there is a disruption in your service area. You can even customize your alerts by going to bcwsa.net. That's bcwsa.net. BCWSA, your partner for a safer environment. BCWSA, proven.
When it comes to plumbing, there's only one trusted name for your home or business. That's Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown. Whether it's drains, water heaters, faucets, or sewers, Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown can solve all of your plumbing problems. Time-tested and punctual since 1984. It's Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown. Call them at 215-943-1776. That's 215-943-1776 for Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown, a proud supporter of high school athletics in Bucks County.
Hi, I'm Kevin Nolan from Nolan Painting. Choosing the right color is critical in the painting process. Our color consultants will help you pick and choose the right color, and our professional painters will apply it with precision. NolanPainting.com, improving homes and neighborhoods since 1979.
Parents, are you looking for an athletic performance coach for your child with over 25 years of experience? Coaches, are you looking for a strength and conditioning coach that has coached youth to professional teams to record success? Your only choice is the Kalinowski Performance Academy. The Kalinowski Performance Academy is the area leader in personal, group, team academy prep, and return to play training. The Kalinowski Performance Academy believes that everyone should have an opportunity to be their best. Go to trainlikecal.com to be Cal's next success story. That's trainlikecal.com, spelled K-A-L.
You know, McCaffrey's Food Market is exceptional every day, and they are proud to serve you since 1986. They're a local hometown business. They support your community, whether it's helping flood victims or holding fundraisers for the American Cancer Society or employing our local high school students. McCaffrey's is always there. They have the finest products, prime cuts of meat, a prepared food department where everything is made fresh daily, and also a fresh seafood department. Visit McCaffrey's Food Market near you in Yardley, Newtown, New Hope, Princeton, West Windsor, Gladwin, and Doylestown. They are exceptional every day, and they are local and proud of it. You are more than just a heart patient. St. Mary Medical Center's teams get to know you, which can help them diagnose a problem and start treatment faster. St. Mary's cardiovascular team offers the latest imaging and device technology, testing and surgical procedures you'd expect from a national health system with the personal touch you want from local experts. They know the importance of seeing the person behind the patient. Let St. Mary help you live a healthier life.
All right, all set for high school football here on the WBCB Sports Network. The 3-3 Conwell-Egan Catholic Eagles hosting the 2-4 Neumann Goretti Saints. It's a PCL Blue Division matchup, and we're going to get it going. Egan to receive the kickoff. Back deep to receive for the Eagles drops Chris Toombs.
The Saints will kick off the ball to begin the first half.
And the Saints give it to Don Juan Clark, who has it teed up.
Don Juan Clark, number 9, will kick the ball off for the Saints. Back deep.
And we are good to go. Eagles getting wins over Chichester, West Catholic, and EEAC. But this is a big one here with the rivalry, Blue Division. Bragging rights on the mound. Clark approaches, little onside kick. That's a free football. Somebody's got to get on it. And the Eagles do secure it. Looked like that was Jameer Harper.
Number 6, Jameer Harper.
Harper gets on the ball. It ends up being good field position for the Eagles to get their first drive going from their own 41-yard line.
Yeah, and the way they played it, it was almost a recovery by Neumann Goretti there. Just not very quick to the ball, and I guess everybody was expecting somebody else to get it.
Yeah, the front guys just let that one go past them, and Eagles get going on the 41, 1st and 10.
Quarterback number 8, Aubrey Kimbrough.
Led by sophomore quarterback Audrey Kimbrough, who hands off on first down up over the 45-yard line is Sincere Ferry up to the 47. And we're going to see a lot of number 7, the 6-foot, 210-pound senior, Sincere Ferry, a guy we've seen with the Eagles since he was a freshman, and a young man who has a knack for putting together explosive plays. Sets up the Eagles now with a 2nd and 3. Maybe opportunity to open up the playbook a little bit. Kimbrough will hand off again. Ferry gets the ball, and this time, nothing doing. We'll lose a yard.
1 yard loss on the play.
Yeah, good job by the defense there, just to penetrate in the backfield. As soon as Ferry got the ball, there was a Neumann Goretti defender right in front of him.
And one of the guys right there was number 9, Don Juan Clark. Eagles 3rd and 4 from their own 47-yard line. 3 receivers to the near side, and Kimbrough will pitch it out. Throws it to Toombs, and Toombs trying to work the near sideline, but is forced out of bounds at the 48. So only a yard pickup leaves the Eagles looking at a 4th and 3. And got the football on their side of the 50. So likely Going to be a passing down. Looks like Coach Techman leaving the offense out there.
Yeah, well, the field position, you're at midfield. It's a short gain for the 4th down. Why not try to attempt it early, get the good momentum your way?
They're going for it on 4th and 3 from their own 48. Kimbrough looks out to the flat, throws over the middle, but a little bit beyond the reach of his intended target, Chris Toombs.
It was good initial defense on the screen pass. Made the quarterback hold the ball a little longer than he wanted to, and then the pressure came in.
Yeah, where they were looking to go with that football, there was defenders right there. Second option overthrown. 1st and 10 on the turnover on downs. The Saints with the football at the Egan 48, their first drive of the night. Little late evening high school football on WBCB. From the gun is Ruffin. Gives the ball to Carice Bradley. Bradley pushing his way up to the 45.
3-yard gain to the 45-yard line. 2nd and 7, Saints at the Eagles 45.
He's got 3 yards, 2nd and 7. Defensively out there for Egan, linebacker Colin Walker surveying things. And on 2nd and 7, a direct snap to Carice Bradley. Bradley pushing towards the 40, but he's going to be stopped at the 41.
3-yard gain to the 42-yard line.
Picks up another 3.
For the Saints at the Conwell-Egan 42.
So Saints now probably in 4-down territory as they've got the football on the Egan side of the field at the 42-yard line.
A very manageable 3rd down situation. Run or pass come into play here.
Senior QB Deontay Ruffin in the gun. Hands the football off to Bradley. Bradley is not going to get there. Gets to the 40-yard line. That's it. That's a 2-yard pickup. Still leaves them a couple yards short. But a flag down. And Saints indicating this is going to be against Egan. Face mask.
Charged against the Eagles.
Well, you don't want to do that if you're Egan.
So they mark it all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Against the Eagles.
And they put it down at the 25. 1st and 10 for Neumann Goretti.
1st and 10, Neumann Goretti at the Conwell-Egan 25.
As the clock under the 9-minute mark here in quarter number 1. High school football on WBCB. Ruffin, empty set, flush from the pocket, and he is sacked on the play. Brought down by Conwell-Egan Catholic.
By number 64, Chase Walters.
Walters gets him. The 6'3 junior.
9-yard loss back to the 34. 2nd and 19.
And that time Ruffin had no protection.
34.
Yeah, it looked like he maybe wanted to go to the flat a little bit. The flat was covered, and like you said, the whole defensive line pretty much came rushing in.
A 9-yard loss on the play. So 2nd and 19. Again, first drive of the evening for the Neumann Goretti Saints. Ruffin steps up and now drops back in timeout. Taken by Neumann Goretti.
With 7 minutes and 50 seconds.
And we're going to step aside, return here to Conwell-Egan Catholic High School for more high school football on the WBCB's Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Kevin Nolan from Nolan Painting. Choosing the right color is critical in the painting process. Our color consultants will help you pick and choose the right color, and our professional painters will apply it with precision. NolanPainting.com, improving homes and neighborhoods since 1979.
At Penn Community Bank, we're in the business of building thriving communities. That means making sure businesses like yours have the banking and lending support they need to grow. From loans to meet your needs, no matter the industry or project size, to cash flow tools that put your money to work for you every day. We know better than anyone, your success is our community success. Penn Community Bank. Here we grow. Learn more at penncommunitybank.com/business.
Back here at Conwell-Egan Catholic High School, Ruffin pressured again, escapes the rush, crosses the 30-yard line down to the 29, but still puts Neumann Goretti behind the sticks. And looking at a 3rd and 15.
4-yard gain to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, not a situation, excuse me, not a situation you want to be in 3rd down. When you're a run-first team, 3rd and 15, it's going to be tough to pick up this kind of yardage.
Now in the backfield with Ruffin is Williams. And Ruffin will look to throw. Lets that one go. Completes it up the field to Carter Bashir, but Bashir falls down as he makes the grab and is unable to get the first down. Still a couple of yards short. 4th and 2.
That thing was a bullet to him.
Yeah, great throw there by Ruffin. Kind of a little bit behind his guy. And maybe just a touch low. If he could have got him between the numbers, maybe he could have stayed on his feet. So now they go for it on 4th and 2 from the 17 of Egan. Ruffin, high snap, pulls it down, looking for blocking, trying to get to the edge. He's got nowhere to go, and Egan forces him out of bounds.
Turnover on downs. Conwell-Egan, first down.
So Egan takes over.
Yeah, good defense by Egan. Bend, but don't break. You know, you let up a couple first downs. They were starting to drive deep into your zone, but you didn't let them get the first down.
Good play over there by Zoriella. Now back to work for this Egan offense. 6:16 remaining in the first quarter. No score thus far. Egan hosting Neumann Goretti. PCL Blue Division action on WBCB. Aubrey Kimbrough, the 6'1 sophomore, hands off to Zoriella. And Zoriella up to the 25. Brought down by Clark.
That is a 10-yard spot foul.
So flag on the field, holding on Conwell-Egan Catholic. So that'll send them back almost to their own 10-yard line. As they'll mark it down at the 12.
Tough penalty there after, you had a tough first offensive possession. Now you start this one back behind the 8 ball.
They wind the clock, and we dip under the halfway point of quarter number 1. Second possession for Egan. They fake the pitch out, turn the other way, and a short gain from Zoriella. Tackled there by Egypt Renti, the junior DB.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 20, Eagles at their own 12.
So 2nd and 20 for Egan. Again, two teams that have a lot of familiarity. Always seems like Conwell-Egan Catholic has their share of issues with Neumann Goretti.
Yeah, the game last year in South Philly, it was a tough one for Egan.
Kimbrough from the gun. Completes it across the 10. And Osterbury, though, cut down well short of the first down, and this is going to force Egan to kick this one away.
think it's only third down.
Oop, third down, excuse me. Pinned deep in their own end. 3rd and 19.
It's okay, Chris. That's why I'm here. You know?
Yeah, it is.
3rd 19 for the Eagles at their own 13.
But 3rd and forever now with the 3rd and 19. It's going to be tough for Egan to try to convert this, especially deep in their own zone.
Maybe going to look for junior Chris Toombs, who's split to the far side of the field. And Kimbrough completes the pass as he goes down in the backfield. They get it up to Thanor, and Thanor just gets back to their original line of scrimmage. Actually, not quite. Still 4th and 12.
7-yard gain on the play. 4th and 12, Eagles at their own 20. The Eagles will line up.
So you're going to have to punt here. Field possession, 4th and very long. You just got to try to put Neumann Goretti deep in there.
Jelani Richardson and number 15.
And that's why those penalties, like holding, can be a killer.
Johnny Osterberry back to kick it away for Egan. Jelani Richardson set to return it for the Saints. High spiraling kick. Fair catch called for
At the 31.
and made by Jelani Richardson. Looked like the fair catch was called for by Dwornik, but Richardson was the guy who secures it. And 1st and 10 for Neumann Goretti from their own 40-yard line.
Hey, it may not be pretty, but as long as it works.
So 3:12 to go, first quarter. So far, a defensive struggle between these two teams. Brought to you by the Trentonian, complete local and national news 7 days a week. It's all in the pages of the Trentonian. Outstanding local and national sports coverage that you can count on 7 days a week.
Tell you what, they're grilling some burgers up or something over there. I can get the whiffing of it. Fat guy in me, smelling it.
Got the grill going here at Conwell-Egan Catholic High School. Great to have you with us on WBCB. Ruffin from the gun. Lets that one go off the hands of Jaden Green and incomplete.
Yeah, just a bit high there, right off the hands of the receiver. And so far, neither offense can able to get into a rhythm here.
Yeah, both teams doing a good job against the run game, trying to force these teams to take to the air a little bit as we get down to 3:08 to go first quarter. Dwornik in motion. Snap a little bit sideways, but Ruffin able to haul it in. Looked like he wanted to give it to one of his guys. Not sure if that was a busted play, but Ruffin does move it up to the 41. 3rd and 9 coming up for Neumann Goretti. So with a stop here, these defensive struggles may continue in this game. Egan with an opportunity to get off the field as we get down to the 2.5-minute mark of the first quarter.
Yeah, so far the defenses for both teams shining in this one.
Bashir split wide to the far side. Again, that's Dwornik getting set, and timeout taken by the Saints of Neumann Goretti. So with a timeout on the field, we'll let you know that tonight's game is brought to you by the Fella Auto Group, Route 13 in Bristol, your hometown local auto dealer, supporting our local students and congratulating everyone at the Coaches Roundtable show. And they remind you that you mention the Coaches Roundtable and you get $250 right off the top with any car purchased at the Fella Auto Group. Check out their website for more info, fellaAutoGroup.com. Don't forget to mention the Coaches Roundtable. Get $250 off. They also service all makes and models, do oil changes all the way to engine motors. Get 10% off any service work that you get done there. Also, by mentioning the Coaches Roundtable, Fella Auto Group, Route 13 in Bristol.
3rd and 9 for the Saints at their own 41.
So what do they do on 3rd and 9? Looks like maybe a little pressure coming up the middle.
Looks like they're only bringing 3 men to pressure too, so.
Colin Walker comes up the gut. And Sincere Ferry wrestles down Ruffin at the 36-yard line. A QB sack for senior Sincere Ferry.
Yeah, you saw the linebacker come in on a delayed blitz. And extra pressure, they were able to get him down.
And that is the stop, Darnell, they needed in order to force the kick. The punting for the Saints is done by Ruffin. Always adds a little bit of extra preparation when the QB is the punter.
You never know. You know, the fakes are at an all-time high with your quarterback being back there as the punter, especially with his dynamic throwing and passing.
Here
or
they're
throwing and running.
Behind the sticks, they're just going to let this one go.
Well, that's a good punt.
Back deep to return is Sakai Hall. He lets it go. Checks up around the 25 and then bounces down to the 23-yard line.
By number 2, Egypt Renty.
So Renty stops the play. And 1st and 10 for the Eagles from their own 23 with 1:21 to go. First quarter still scoreless in this one.
Down on the return. 1st and 10, Conwell-Egan at their own 27-yard line.
Coaches Roundtable Show video stream live Wednesday nights at 7 from Sandy's Beef and Ale. That's brought to you by Lower Bucks Hospital. Since 1954, Lower Bucks Hospital supporting the youth of our community. Osterbury with backs in the eye. Zuriea, the tailback. And never even gets time to hand that one off. He's brought down in the backfield. Mason Bay with the penetration into the backfield, and he blows that play up. Egan loses 5. Man, at this point, guys, which offense is going to be able to muster up any traction?
It looks like whoever's going to score first may be the only score of the game and win the game for them.
Yeah, both offensive lines really struggling so far. You see a lot of guys just running in free, a lot of free runners and just blowing up plays, and nothing can really get started for this offense.
35 seconds and counting, and a false start on Egan.
False start against the Eagles.
A.J. Rhyme in that fullback spot got going a little too early.
2nd and 19 for the Eagles at their own 13.
So 2nd and 19 now. Whew.
Clock stop with 30. Now rolling again as we get down to the half-minute mark.
Well, if you love defense, you've been loving this first quarter.
Yeah, some QB sacks, some big tackles for loss.
Yeah, I'm sure the defensive coaches are having a good time. The offensive coaches are having headaches, I'm sure.
Kimbo tries to throw into the flat, and that one deflected down, incomplete. Pass broken up by Keyshawn Flowers.
Eagles at their own 13.
The other thing, it seems like the defenses have a good feel for what these offenses are trying to do.
Yeah, good scouting, that's for sure.
We mentioned these teams are familiar with each other. Philadelphia Catholic League Blue Division opponents. Yeah, last year we were down there at that South Philly Super Site. Was that like on a day where I think the Phillies were playing
It was like Phillies
a postseason game.
Yeah, and then the Eagles were away. It was a crazy scene down there last year.
Kimbrough calls for the football. Looks downfield. He's flush from the pocket. Now he lets it go. And it is complete. Wow. Chris Toombs with the grab along the sideline. That's a Conwell-Egan Catholic first down up to the 43, and will bring us to the end of the first quarter. So no score between the Eagles and the Saints, and we'll step aside on WBCB return to the action in just a moment.
Generation Z members and millennials with young families. If you're looking for a great place to dine and watch all your favorite sporting events and you can't afford Center City restaurant prices, then settle back at the Pines Tavern in Bristol Borough. This is the place to take your family, including your children, for affordable, top-quality food, including their homemade meatloaf, pan-seared chicken breast, or their fish and chips, and plus many other dinner options. The Pines Tavern also has great sandwiches like their South Philly pork or their Angus burgers. Multiple TVs to watch all your favorite sporting events, and check out their Facebook page for live entertainment. The Pines Tavern, here yesterday, here today, and proud to serve the next generation of families at the fork in the road of Radcliffe Street in Bristol. Open 7 days from 11:30 a.m. and Sundays from noon.
1st and 10 for Conwell-Egan Catholic from their own 42-yard line after a big 30-yard pickup. Kimbrough to Toombs. Now a little daylight for Egan to see if they can get something going. Sincere Ferry moves across the formation. The handoff goes to Zuriella, and he picks up 12 yards and an Egan first down.
Okay, now we're starting to get into a little rhythm here. A couple first downs.
11-yard gain to the 47 of Neumann Goretti and a Conwell-Egan.
Push it into Neumann Goretti territory at the 47, first down. And you're right, Darnell, Eagles on the move now.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to get the first one, build some confidence. Now back-to-back first downs. See if they can keep it rolling.
Yeah, that throw from Kimbrough to Toombs certainly building some confidence for the Eagles. Follow that up with a big run for Zuriella. And it's Zuriella gets the handoff, bangs right into Daniel Adafalarin. And that's going to net them just a 1-yard pickup.
1-yard gain to the 46. 2nd and 9 Eagles at the Saints' 46-yard line.
Adafalarin, a big 6'3", 245 senior along that defensive line. Second and 9 from the 46. Sincere Ferry on the near side wing goes in motion. Kimbrough under center, drops back, and completes it to Sincere Ferry. Up to the 40, stays in bounds, cuts back at the 25, and they say he stepped out of bounds. So the play is whistled dead as Ferry bangs into Jelani Richardson at the end of that play. A huge pickup for Egan, another first down. They're up to the 35 of Neumann Goretti.
Had a big hit at the end there. Man, it didn't count because they caught him out of bounds, but that is a tone setter hit right there.
Absolutely. Sincere Ferry finishing that play with authority. Now sets up on the far side wing, comes in motion again. And the give goes to Zuriella, trying to get to the outside, but is tracked down by Wadiq Collier, the junior, with a nice effort there to drop the Eagles for a loss.
Back to the 37. 2nd and 12. Eagles at the Saints' 37.
So now from the 37, 2nd and 12. But nothing's going to come easy, it feels like, in this game. Egan had a couple of good plays. Now a couple of good plays for Neumann Goretti. Puts them behind the sticks. I formation as Sakai Hall goes in motion, and the play blown dead, a false start.
Against the Eagles.
So again, it seems like a couple of good things start to happen for you, and then some good stops by Neumann Goretti, and a false start pushes them back to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, 2 steps forward, 1 step back.
Makes it 2nd and 17.
Yeah, when you got momentum like that and you're making plays, getting a couple first downs, a false start, a hold, any kind of penalty that takes you backwards, it can kill the momentum.
Under 9 minutes remaining in the first half of play. Still no score between the Eagles and the Saints. Kimbrough, this time from the gun. Looks to throw, pressured, doesn't see it coming, and is flattened by Wadiq Collier.
Oh, my goodness.
A huge blindside sack for the Neumann Goretti Saints. And another loss for the Eagles as this pushes them back to the 49.
Oh, my gosh. Kimbrough is going to feel that tomorrow, Sunday, and into Monday. Holy moly, that was a huge hit.
Yeah, we talked about the amount of free runners that we've seen in this game, and my goodness, hopefully these two quarterbacks make it out alive.
Solid edge rush there, and now timeout taken by Conwell-Egan Catholic.
Kimbrough needs a second.
Gives him some time to kind of shake the cobwebs off, and we will step aside and return here to Conwell-Egan Catholic High School in just a little bit.
Your day-to-day life is hectic between having to pick up the kids, make dinner, the countless other tasks that you got to get done. Rob's Automotive and Collision is there to make your life a whole lot easier. Make sure you take advantage of their spacious waiting rooms, the large flat-screen TVs, complimentary coffee and muffins, and free Wi-Fi. So even when you do have to stop, Rob's is there to make you feel right at home. Give Rob's a call today at 215-826-9200 for any of your auto repair needs.
Back here at Conwell-Egan Catholic High School. 8:09 to go, second quarter. Egan with the football at the Saints' 49-yard line. But it's third and forever. Third and 24.
Tough situation there in here after that huge sack by Neumann Goretti.
Kimbrough again drops back, looking to throw. Flush from the pocket, evades two rushers, still with the football, being chased and throws out of bounds. Clark was tracking him down, and Kimbrough just had to get rid of that thing. Throws it away, makes it 4th and 24. And time to try to play a little field position.
Yeah, heck of an effort to evade a couple of pass rushers, but unable to make anything happen there.
Dwornik and Jelani Richardson back to receive the kick. Osterbury set to let it go at his own 40-yard line. Nice high spiraling kick. Fair catch called for and brought in by Dwornik. When Dwornik right there and Richardson, a little too wild, and now the official kind of instructing those two guys on how to make a fair catch call.
Yeah, that's the second time. A little miscommunication there. That time they running into each other. Definitely what you don't want to see for returning a punt.
I mean, a lot of teams will send just one guy back deep. A little,
having two back there, it's an interesting strategy, and
helps you cover more of the field, but you got to make sure there's good communication. Deontay Ruffin gets the offense going, 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. And they're late to get Green on, and now they're moving him into the far side slot. All right, so everybody's set, and it's a handoff. Wow. But that play goes nowhere. Chase Walters, the 6'3 junior, and nobody blocked him.
Just like that Neumann Goretti play on the big hit on Kimbrough, he just got in there untouched right into the backfield and blew up that ball carrier.
Yeah, it's been a common theme tonight for both offensive lines. At some point, you got to get your hands on somebody. You got to give your offense a chance to even get the play started.
So a loss of 5, 2nd and 15. As we have a bit over 7 minutes to go in this first half of play. The Saints pinned deep. And they'll hand off running room And a nice pickup there by Kyrese Bradley.
The ball carrier.
Bradley up to the 25, and that's going to be enough to move the sticks. 15-yard pickup gives the Saints a first down.
Really good job there blocking by that offensive line, really opening things up, finding the hole, and just busting through it.
Yeah, you give your players some time to read the holes, get some space. They can make something happen.
Ruffin in the backfield from the shotgun, gives the football to Bradley, and Bradley got nowhere to go in the arms of Colin Walker, the 6'1 senior, with the tackle for the Eagles. Another loss on the play for the Saints.
Yet another 5-yard loss, so back-to-back second down and 15s.
It shows how good Egan is. I mean, they've had a couple of positive run plays, but most of the time they have handed the football off. They have not gotten much out of it. Kimbrough, time handed off, and another nice play by Egan linebacker Colin Walker.
And I think he might have lost a yard there, actually.
So now Egan with a chance to get this Saints offense off the field with a stop.
1 yard loss back to the 19.
There's a 3rd and 16.
16 for the Saints at their own 19.
And the Saints take a timeout. Comes with 5:04 to go in the second quarter.
Final timeout of the first half.
And gives us a moment to let you know that tonight's game on WBCB is brought to you by Finney McGee's, 1400 Farragut Avenue in Bristol. They're open 7 days, offering some of the best down-home local food specials in the area. Try Finney McGee's burgers, including their Guinness cheeseburger, a half-pound burger topped with Guinness gravy, sauteed onions, and provolone cheese, or try Finney McGee's sandwiches like their boardwalk sausage and peppers, or their Fat Elvis egg rolls stuffed with peanut butter, banana, and a side of Fluffernutter. Finney McGee's Pub, open 7 days, happy hour Monday through Friday from 3 to 7.
Might have to try that.
Yeah, a little. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Finney McGee's Pub got long-standing support here for Egan football on WBCB. So out of the timeout, looks like Saints having trouble getting set up. Dwornik finally gets himself situated, and Ruffin rolls to the far side, throws a little bit low and incomplete. Looking over there for Collier.
4th and 16 for the Saints at their own 19.
And that time didn't give Collier a great chance at that one. A little bit of a low throw. And on 4th and long, they drop Deontay Ruffin back to punt this one away. He'll do so from right around his 5-yard line.
Referees indicate.
Back to receive the kick is Jaden Thenner. And Egan calls timeout. Just under 5 minutes to go here in the first half. High school football on WBCB, and we'll step aside, return to action in just a moment.
You know what's brilliant? Boring. Think about it. Boring is the unsung catalyst for bold.
What straps bold to a rocket and hurtles it into space? Boring does.
Great job, Astro persons. Over.
Boring is the jumping off point for all the unboring things we do. Boring makes vacations happen, early retirement's possible, and startups start up.
Because it's smart, dependable, and steady.
4th and 16 for the Saints. And Ruffin set to kick it away. Thaner for the return. Checks up at the 45 and takes a sideward hop out of bounds. And so they'll mark it out. And Egan will take over at the Neumann Goretti 45. And just under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Neither offense able to do anything here so far today.
Yeah, it's been rough. Both offensive lines mainly been the issue, struggling. Hard to run the ball when, a guy's in your face as soon as you hand it off.
Kimbrough under center. Zoriella in motion, and it's to Sincere Ferry on the counter. And Ferry runs right into Kane Van Norden. And the sophomore flattens Sincere. Loss of a yard, 2nd and 11. I mean, not only can't these offenses really get much going, there's been a ton of negative plays in this first half.
I think there's been more negative plays than there has been positive plays, which is crazy to say in a football game, but in this game, it is a lot.
So the Eagles now behind the sticks a bit, 2nd and 11. Kimbrough with backs in the eye. Play action, dropping back, pressured as he lets it go, and he hits Sincere Ferry. Ferry with the grab, and he's got a Conwell-Egan Catholic first down. Brought down on the play by Clark and Green.
What a crazy play. Kimbrough rolling to his right, which you would think is the right side, but he is a lefty, so the arm slot he had to get in to throw that pass was kind of crazy.
And he did not get a lot on it. Credit to Sincere Ferry for coming back to the ball.
It looked like there was like 3 different Egan's players there, and nobody really knew who should take it, but Sincere Ferry, he was like, I'm taking it myself.
I mean, when you come back to the ball on a broken play like that, you give your quarterback an option. So 1st and 10, and offsides is the indication. So that goes against Neumann Goretti.
Against the Saints, that carries with it a 5-yard
Makes it
penalty.
1st and 5.
Ball to the 27. 1st and 5 for the Eagles at the Neumann Goretti 27. Ladies and
So
gentlemen,
they'll spot it at the 27.
Any senior parent that is a football player or a cheerleader, please assemble by the gate.
Meanwhile, the clock rolling and getting down near the 3-minute mark
of senior football and
in the second quarter.
Cheerleaders, please go by the gate now. Thank you.
Zoriella, the tailback, and he gets the handoff. Makes one man miss, breaks through a hole, and he picks up another Egan first down. Across the 20-yard line, down to the 17.
Now this Egan team is starting to string along a couple first down here and starting to feel positive.
Yeah, golden opportunity right here. First trip in the red zone. Chance to put some points on the board and end this offensive drought.
Again, same setup here. I formation, Zoriella the tailback. To me, that's Ferry who gets the give. And Sincere Ferry up to the 15 before he gets spun down. That time a short gain for the Eagles, picks up 2.
Two-yard gain to the 15. 2nd and 8 for the Eagles at the Saints 15.
So 2nd and 8 at the 15. And the clock now under 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Egan trying to put the first points up on the scoreboard. Kimbrough gives to Zoriella. Zoriella through one arm tackle and then brought down by a trio of Saint defenders, including Jelani Richardson. Pickup makes it 3rd and 5.
3rd and 4 Eagles at the Saints 11.
So Egan at the 11-yard line, but the clock continuing to tick. They don't have a lot of time.
Or a lot of timeouts. I believe they only have one timeout remaining.
Down to 1:15 in the second quarter. Kimbrough gives to Ferry. Looked like he was going to go down in the backfield. Makes a couple of guys miss and makes something out of nothing. Dawan Clark eventually brings him down. Makes it 4th and 4. And this might be time to bring out Johnny Osterberry.
Yeah, his points are at a premium, it looks like, in this game, so why not just try to get 3?
Kimbrough, though, over there talking with Jack Techman. Looks like he's going to send him back out there.
Yeah, your defense is playing well. Both offenses been struggling. You don't know when you're going to get another opportunity.
And right now, Egan just letting as much time come off the clock. I think they're going to burn a timeout here.
Yeah, well, they're going to run a play as Kimbrough's walking all the way to the bench.
And timeout taken by Conwell-Egan Catholic. 25 seconds to go in the second quarter. Now decision time for Coach Techman. Does he send the offense back out there? Does he go for 3 with an Osterberry field goal? Like you said, Gus, points at a premium tonight.
Yeah, well, it looks like whoever scores first may be the only score of the game, so try to get a field goal. You're in great field goal range. Why not try to take the chip shot?
Watch that Coaches Roundtable show, video stream live every Wednesday night at 7 from Sandy's Beef and Ale, brought to you by Lower Bucks Hospital. Since 1954, Lower Bucks Hospital supporting the youth of our community. We thank them for making portions of today's game possible on BCB. Don't forget, if you missed the action on WBCB, read about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. And it is going to be a field goal try. A 28-yard field goal attempt for Johnny Osterberry.
Yeah, smart to take the points here. Get some momentum going in the half.
Awaiting the snap. There it is, placed down. The kick is a line drive that is no good.
Tough
and
break.
So with 21 seconds to go, the Saints take over.
And the drought continues.
Again, read about tonight's game in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. Outstanding local and national sports coverage that you can count on 7 days a week. It's all in the pages of the Trentonian. They don't get the results, but that seemed like the right decision for Coach Techman. But it's Saints football, 1st and 10 from their own 20. I got to think that Coach Albies is going to hand this football off. And take this scoreless game into halftime.
Yeah, very fortunate that, they did miss the field goal. Now, going into half, still tied up. I'm pretty sure there'll be a lot of conversations ahead about, especially how they're going to come out in the second half and, try to get points on the board. But at least you're not losing.
So the Saints get marked back a little bit. Illegal substitution puts them back at their own 15. Chris Irmer with Darnell Turner and Gus Barber here, and Ruffin will drop back, look downfield, flush from the pocket. He's going to roll to the near side and step out of bounds. Pushed out by Brian Shimp.
I respect it. Got nothing to lose here.
Still leaves 13 seconds up on the scoreboard. I don't know, you throw the football, sometimes you lose if you get an interception. I mean, you run the football here, it kind of limits your risk, but I respect your respect, Darnell.
Yeah.
I mean,
if they throw it down the field and
something can happen.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible, but maybe you complete a deep pass to get a lucky touchdown.
My tendency is to be a little more conservative here. And this 13 seconds to go in the second quarter. And that play blown dead. Oh, they'll just take a knee. and take it to halftime. That'll bring us to the end of the second quarter. Still no score between Conwell-Egan Catholic and Neumann Goretti. Stay with us at halftime. It's senior recognition day for the Eagles. Also a pink out game, and the cheerleaders raising some money. I believe it was for the Fox Chase Cancer Center, but the monies raised helped to fight cancer as everybody rallies around that Coaches versus Cancer and the pink out thing, and they got it going on tonight here at Egan. All right, we're going to step aside and return for halftime activities. I would say we recap first half scoring, but there was no first half scoring. The only real shot at some points came off of a field goal attempt, and Johnny Osterbury still couldn't connect. And so we are scoreless at halftime. We'll step aside and return here in just a little bit to Conwell-Egan Catholic High School as they take on the Neumann Goretti Saints.
Hi, I'm Kevin Nolan from Nolan Painting. We paint over 2,500 homes a year, and as you can see in our reviews, we have lots and lots of satisfied customers. So I always say, if you're not happy, we're not happy. It's because we care so much that we provide 100% customer satisfaction. We're going to put a lot of care and effort in what we do. We're going to do a super neat and clean job. Really, that's been the secret of our success. I don't think there's a company out there that provides better customer service than Nolan Painting. Nolan Painting, improving homes and neighborhoods since 1979.
If anyone thinks cancer is going to define you, they've got another thing coming. We know you are more than someone healing their heart. At Trinity Health, we know the importance of seeing the person behind the patient, the fear, the joy, the journey. Bringing you the expert medical teams and state-of-the-art technological advancements of a national health system, along with the personalized care that helps you feel better. Because we see all of you.
We got zeros up on the scoreboard after the first half of play. A defensive struggle between the Conwell-Egan Catholic Eagles and the Neumann Goretti Saints. It is senior recognition day today, and so we will crank up our microphones, and we've got the senior recognition ceremonies happening at halftime. Looks like we got an extended halftime according to the scoreboard. Probably by the time we get back to it, that sun might be dipping down behind the trees over there.
I'm praying. I'll be honest. I'm stuck in this little corner here, so I'm relying on this camera for all my action on the left side, and the sun is killing it. So
I should have brought my Coach's Roundtable hat. Provide a little
provide a little shade.
Yeah. Well, we do want to thank Conwell-Egan Catholic High School, Coach Techman, Coach Dragani. I know there's a ton of other assistant coaches who have joined us on Wednesday nights for the Coaches Roundtable show. But I just got to, the coaches already give up a lot of their time working with these student athletes and doing the practice thing, breaking down film, and for them to give us a little bit of time and to share an experience with a couple of student athletes that get featured each week on the Roundtable show, we really appreciate. And it's a great way to highlight the work that goes on for their guys. Like, they love to get there and be able to share a sandwich and a little conversation with some of these guys that have worked so hard on the football field, but it's very rare that they're able to sit down and have any kind of conversation, right? There's no conversation between your coaches. They just tell you what to do and you go do it.
But there you get to, all sit down at a table, eat a sandwich or two, and just, talk like we're not at football.
And usually, like Egan and Morrisville, Coach Cohen will be out there, even if it's one of the assistant coaches are out there. So Coach Cohen will be there. Deontay Pollard will be there. They'll have two Morrisville Bulldogs. Egan does it the same way. Coach Techman will be there. They'll have maybe Coach Dragani will also be at Sandy's, and they'll have a couple of players there. We really appreciate it, and we hope you appreciate it with our Coaches Roundtable show presented by Rob's Automotive. All right, here's our senior recognition.
Our assistant principal for student life, Mr. Donato, and our assistant principal for academic affairs, Mr. Jordan Shivo, and our athletic director, Mr. Mike Miller. I want to first, and I am pleased to announce Number 21, Johnny Osterberry, escorted by his parents, Andrew and John, and his brother Dave. He enjoys playing rugby, hanging out with friends, his family, and his girlfriend. His favorite movie is Grown Ups. Favorite food is steak. Favorite school subject is mathematics. After graduation plans are to go to college to study engineering or finance. Most memorable football achievement, making all Catholic and being on the field with everyone. Advice to his underclassmen, always keep going. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, number 21, Johnny Osterberry. Our senior team manager for the football team, Miss Abigail Burgess. She is being escorted by her parents, Kim and Brian Burgess. Her favorite movie is After. Her favorite food is vodka rigatoni. Her favorite school subject is art. After graduation plans is to go to cosmetology school. And her advice to underclassmen is always be true to yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Miss Abigail Burgess. Ladies and gentlemen, number 7, Sincere Ferry. He's being escorted by his parents, Karen, Frank, Nate, and Khadijah. He enjoys working out and playing football. His favorite movie is Radio. Favorite food is fried chicken, cornbread, and watermelon. His favorite school subject is ELA. After graduation plans, continuing playing football in college, and major in communications. Most memorable football achievement, starting varsity since freshman year, being team captain for the last 3 years. His advice to underclassmen, don't take waking up for granted. Live your life to the fullest. Life is short. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, number 7, Sincere Ferry. Ladies and gentlemen, let me please introduce Mr. Michael Hanna, number 50. He is being escorted by his parents, Mike and Melissa, and his sister, Maddie. His hobbies include fishing and UFC. His favorite movie is 21 Jump Street. His favorite food is wings. Favorite school subject is history. After graduation, he plans to attend college. Most memorable football moment was winning championship in the 7th grade. Vice underclassmen, don't forget your plays. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, number 50, Michael Hanna. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce number 9, Pat Murphy. He's being escorted by his parents, Moira and Sean, his brother Colin, and his sister Marin. His hobbies include listening to music, hanging out with his friends, and playing golf. Favorite movie is Good Will Hunting. His favorite food is wings. Favorite school subject is history. After graduation, he plans to go to college to study finance. Most memorable football moment was coming back from his ACL tear, and his advice to underclassmen, hard work pays off. Once again, number 9, Pat Murphy. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce number 34, Brian Schipp. He is being escorted by Tony Schipp and Karen Schmidt. Hobbies include playing the guitar, hanging with friends, and hunting. His favorite movie is Jarhead. His favorite food is steak. His favorite school subject is American government. After graduation, he plans to go to the Citadel and become a Marine Corps officer. Go Bulldogs. Semper Fi. Most memorable football achievement, Peter Ryan, 7-6 last year in a really close game, and in his advice to underclassmen, always show up, even if you don't have to. Ladies and gentlemen, number 34, Brian Schipp. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce number 45, Colin Walker. He's being escorted by his parents, John and Terry Walker. He enjoys working out, fishing, and pickleball. Favorite movie is Gladiator and Old School. His favorite food are buffalo wings. Favorite school subject is mathematics. After graduation, he plans to attend college and play football. Most memorable football achievement was winning the CYO championship at Calvary in 7th grade and getting my first sack against Upper Marion. His advice to underclassmen: embrace the grind. Ladies and gentlemen, number 45, Colin Walker. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to number 2, Monty Zaraya. He is being escorted by his mom, dad, and brother. He enjoys playing 2K and hanging with friends. Favorite movie is Menace to Society. His favorite food, chicken, bacon, ranch pizza. Favorite school subject is mathematics. After graduation, he plans to study radiology. His most memorable football achievement, making Eagle 11 as a sophomore. And his advice to underclassmen is know your plays. Ladies and gentlemen, number 2, Monty Zaraya. Ladies and gentlemen, our 2024-25 senior cheerleaders. Starting with Miss Leilani Bennett Wilson, being escorted by her mom, Amy Wilson. Her favorite high school moment was meeting people that I know and have lifelong friendships with. After high school, she plans on attending college in South Carolina, major in marine and coastal studies and minor in oceanography. His advice to her fellow CET cheerleaders: nothing matters when you graduate, so don't care what others think and be yourself. Although they are no longer with me, I want to thank my Gammy and Pop-Up, because I know they've always been with me, and I know they always will be. Miss Leilani Bennett Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to Miss Sammy Drake. She's being escorted by her parents Tom and Stacy Drake and her brother Danny. Favorite high school moment was becoming cheer captain her senior year. She plans on studying cosmetology and beauty culture. Her advice to her fellow CEC cheerleaders: enjoy every moment with your team. It goes by fast and you'll miss it. She wants to thank her entire family, friends, and coaches for being her biggest supporters. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Sammy Drake. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to Miss Haley McDonough, being escorted by her mom, Jeannie, and her dad, Todd. Her favorite moment was her sophomore year. After high school, she plans to attend Temple University on their dance team and attend Temple University on their dance team and major in sports media. Her advice to her fellow CEC cheerleaders: have fun, because these are the best and fastest years of your life. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Miss Haley McDonough. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to Miss Danica Fender, being escorted by her mom Denise and her dad Dan. Her favorite high school moment was getting cheer captain her senior year and being on the homecoming court. She plans to go to college for nursing and become an esthetician. Advice to her fellow and future CE cheerleaders: be yourself and always find the best in things. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Miss Danica Fender.
All right, senior recognition tonight. Senior cheer, senior football, getting their accolades at halftime. No score between Neumann Goretti and Egan.
2024 CEC Football Eagles and our 2024-2025 CEC Cheer Squad. Thank you for your last years of service.
All right, halftime, no score between these two teams. And Darnell and Gus, really a defensive struggle. Egan moving the football a little bit, but couldn't have anything consistently get them down the field. Kind of a frustrating game for these offensive coordinators, Darnell.
Yeah, an offensive struggle for sure. Both teams, Conwell-Egan was able to, get a couple possessions where it looked like they were, getting some momentum, but then they would have turnovers or, drives would end up stalling out, and it had a missed field goal to end the half that would have given them an inch of momentum going into it. Unfortunately, still at 0 points here, so I'm sure trying to get the ball in the end zone has been a point of emphasis for these coaches at halftime, so we'll see what kind of adjustments they make.
This game could come down to just one explosive play. At least that's the way the first half looked. Neither team really could get much going, but you got some great athletes out there. I mean, a few times tonight we've seen quarterbacks trying to throw these short routes out to the flat, but there's great athleticism on the outside when it comes to defensive backs, and they've been jumping those routes. There have been a couple of times where what looks like a simple pass out to the flat could be a pick six. That's something else that, as much as you want to get Sincere Ferry, for instance, the football out in space somewhere to make some moves, it's tough because throwing that pass across the line of scrimmage has seemed treacherous so far. At least that was the way the first half looked. And Darnell, that all comes down to those defensive lines and the blocking up front. If you can't create some space, you can't create some timing, you're not going to be able to create any yardage, and that was the case for both of these teams.
Yeah, it's tough to get, any plays going. Tough for a quarterback to make reads, and tough for a running back to, find a hole and a gap to make a play when the lineman is, right in your front of your face and sitting in your lap. So offensive line's got to help out their playmakers a bit, help out the quarterback and running back, and, giving them some time to make some reads and try to make some yardage and move the chains for this offense.
No question. They got to clean up that line play for both of these teams, and we'll see who's able to make those adjustments. Gus, maybe a bit of an advantage for Neumann Goretti. I mean, you get some motivation because it's senior recognition night. Your guys are down there on the field. Zoriea recognized, Colin Walker. I mean, a lot of senior leaders on this team get their moment at halftime. That's awesome, but you don't have time to really game plan. The Saints are working on adjustments during all that time that the senior recognition stuff is going on.
Yeah, that whole time, everybody's standing on the field, getting recognized and stuff like that. You're not able to talk to your team, like you said, get adjustments, tweak some things, figure out what's going to be successful in the second half. Whereas Neumann Goretti, they're back there in the locker room doing that exact thing, tweaking things, figuring out a scheme that's going to work in this second half to try to get them points. So, like you said, you'd have to think that this is going to help this Neumann Goretti team, at least talking it out and trying to figure out something that they can change going forward.
I did see after the football guys got recognized and the members of the cheer squad were getting their senior recognition that there were some guys gathering up. Kimbrough was involved in a conversation. Sincere Ferry was talking to some of his assistant coaches. Yeah. So I think there was some discussions going on, but it's not the same as having that time in the locker room or more organized setting.
Yeah, it's definitely different on the field, on the sideline still, compared to going back in the locker room and really looking at things, even going on like a whiteboard and drawing it up, showing different plays. It's much different going to the locker room and really talking to your guys compared to on the sideline here. So it's going to be interesting to see if they're able to do any adjustments or change anything with this halftime being, senior recognition night.
Another kind of disadvantage for Egan going into this second half. They've got to kick it to the Saints to get the third quarter started. And so the first possession will go to Neumann Goretti when we get back to action. We're going to step aside, take care of a couple of quick messages, return to the field in just a moment. Again, it's the game of the day here, thanks to Trentonian. And you can read about today's game in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian, the only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. All right, both teams back out, warming up, getting ready to go, and we'll get it going again. Second half coming up on the WBCB Sports Network.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township. An injured knee might look pretty simple, but there's a whole person behind that injury. One who misses the feel of his jump shot and spending time with friends on the court. It's not enough just to heal. He needs to get back out there. St. Mary Medical Center, a member of Trinity Health Mid-Atlantic, is here to help you reach your goals. Trinity Health Mid-Atlantic combines all the knowledge and expertise of a national health system with personalized health care that treats the individual behind the injury because they see all of you.
Rob's Automotive and Collision Center in Lower Bucks County is a full-service repair center with competitive prices, top-of-the-line products, and the finest auto body and mechanical repair technicians anywhere. Rob's makes repairing your car easy. Same-day service guaranteed. Whether it's an oil change, state inspection, or a mechanical issue, Rob's will have you in and out and on your way. 2700 Veterans Highway in Bristol, 215-826-9200 for 24-hour emergency towing. Call 215-826-0250.
Don't let joint pain bring you down. See how you can get relief at a free joint pain seminar at St. Mary Orthopedics. Joint care experts will inform and answer questions about diagnosing, managing, and treating joint problems and knowing when it's time for a joint replacement. Ready to get back to life? Get to the next free joint pain seminar. Details at stmaryhealthcare.org/joint seminar. It's your health. Expect more.
Welcome back to Conwell-Egan Catholic High School, the home of the Eagles, as we get you ready for second half action. No score in the first half as the Eagles host the Saints of Neumann Goretti. The sun has set, and portions of today's game made possible by Finney McGee's, 1400 Farragut Avenue in Bristol. Open 7 days, offering some of the best down-home local food specials in the area. Try Finney's burgers, including their Guinness cheeseburger, a half-pound burger topped with Guinness gravy, sautéed onions, and provolone. Or try Finney McGee's boardwalk sausage and peppers, or the Fat Elvis, egg rolls stuffed with peanut butter, bananas, and a side of fluffernutter sauce. Finney McGee's Pub, open 7 days, and happy hour is Monday through Friday from 3 to 7. Big thanks to Finney McGee's Pub for helping to make portions of tonight's game possible on the WBCB Sports Network. Johnny Osterberry has it teed up, and he'll kick it away for the Eagles. Looks like he's angled, and he will have an angled kick that is caught by Collier at the 36-yard line. Fair catch made, and a 1st and 10 for the Saints at their own 36. So what adjustments have these teams been able to make?
At their own 36-yard line.
We shall see. Very little offense generated in the entire first half, as we were saying, more negative plays, it seemed like, than positive gains. And so the Eagles here, maybe with an opportunity to set the tone and let that defense get after it. Pressure up the middle, throwing downfield, but that throw forced a little bit earlier, intended for Collier. It's incomplete.
Intended for number 8, Collier.
As Ruffin had some Egan rushers right in his face.
Yeah, and it looked like if he would have just underthrew it just a little bit more, it would have been in the breadbasket of the receiver there in transition while he's running. It could have went for a quick 6.
Yeah, it looked like he had a step or two on the corner right there.
You know, I think if Ruffin had more time, he could have put together maybe a more accurate opportunity out there. Late to get off the field, or coming out to the near side here is Najee Williams from the gun. The handoff Bradley has it.
Bradley, the ball carrier.
Runs into some traffic at the 40 and pushes it up to the 42. 3rd and 4.
The Saints at their own 42.
Just underway in the second half. 11.5 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, nice run right there, right up the middle.
And
pick up 6 yards.
A chance here, Darnell, for Egan to set that tone defensively, get a stop on 3rd and 4, and maybe get this football back.
Yeah, certainly don't want to give any points up coming out the half, and the way this game is going, first team to score might be enough.
The handoff is to Bradley. Bradley pushes his way forward. Sincere Ferry is there, and so is Brian Shimp. And they are still a couple of yards away from a first down. Got it up to the 44. Decision time for Coach Albie Crosby. And it's a quick decision for Crosby. He's going to leave the offense out there. Well, at least he leaves his quarterback in, but the quarterback is also the punter.
Yeah, it could be anything right now, but it looking like it's going to be an offensive play.
Yeah, they're going to risk it on 4th and 2 from the Egan 44. Ruffin from the gun. Egan maybe bringing pressure right up the middle.
Looks like they get a false start, yep.
Blown dead. False start is the call. So 4th and 2 becomes 4th and 7. And now Coach Crosby will opt to kick it away.
Tough.
Back to receive is Jaden Thanor.
I think kicking the ball away is a good decision, regardless of what happened with the false start.
Gotcha.
I think when
might have been a good decision at 4th and 2.
Yeah, both teams are struggling offensively. You certainly don't want to give the other team good field position.
A low kick goes off of one of the Neumann Goretti guys. So the play should be dead up at the 33.
Smacked him right in the back of the head.
They'll actually say it touched him at the 35-yard line. And so that's where the Egan Eagles will take over.
Down at the 35 of Conwell-Egan.
Got it at their own 35, 1st and 10.
I don't think they could do that again if they tried.
Well, Egan gets the job done. Darnell, like you were saying, a scoreless game, you can't allow a team to come out of the locker room and start to get that offense going. And so the defense doing their job. Now Kimbrough back to work, under center, I formation. The give is to Sincere Ferry. Ferry steps through a hole, but is quickly brought down by Don Juan Clark. The senior makes the tackle after a 2-yard pickup.
Yeah, and it's really looking like whoever is able to put the first points on the board may win the game. The way these defenses are swarming the ball carrier and the quarterback.
And a little bit wild, but I mean, this one seems like we're going to have a scoreless game going into overtime with how these two offenses are unable to get much going, get anything consistently going. Handoff here is to Ferry. Ferry spins out of one tackle, stays on his feet, fights forward across the 45 for a Conwell-Egan Catholic first down. And they'll mark him down at the 49-yard line.
Yeah, which team is going to be able to put their run game together first? And a pretty good start for Conwell-Egan.
I mean, right now it's just kind of simmering, but this Egan offense seems like they're picking up a little bit of traction. And again, they came away empty after a field goal chance in the first half. Give here is to Zuriella. Just back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So right when the run game looks like it's got something going, they run into Dan Adafalarin.
Yeah, it's tough when your opponent knows you want to run the ball, and it's kind of your identity, You have plenty of plays like that where, the defensive line just wins out and they know you're running, and that's what they're looking for.
Yeah, on 2nd and 10 here, Darnell, this feels like maybe a passing down.
Play action, something to throw the defense off.
Chris Toombs split wide to the far side. And Eli Rankin here on the near side. Zuriella in motion, and the play blown dead. Flag down, a delay of game on Egan.
Brings the ball back to the 44. 2nd and 15, Eagles at their own 44.
So 2nd and 15.
That is tough.
Well, that's been indicative of what we've been seeing so far. Egan gets some good stuff happening, and then some penalties, some negative plays.
Yeah, a lot of self-inflicting wounds here in this game for both sides of the ball.
Yeah, we've seen plenty of times before these penalties taking, stalling these offensive drives, and not once have we really seen either team get out of a jam when they do have one of these false starts or a delay of game, as we just saw.
Yeah, they can't get out of their own way, it seems. Kimbrough drops back, looks downfield, has his man, and it's complete. Chris Toombs with the grab, and it's an Egan first down.
Yeah, big time play there.
Toombs out of bounds down near the 15-yard line. A big play, an explosive play, and another
40-yard gain
connection for Kimbrough.
First down. First down and 10 Eagles at the Saints 13.
Yeah, blown coverage there.
And that connection, Kimbrough to Toombs, has been good this year. Toombs now split to the near side. Kimbrough gives to Sincere Ferry. Ferry cuts it upfield, brought down just shy of the 5. On the play, Dan Adefalarin slow to get up, and now there's an injury timeout. So with 6:42 to go, timeout on the field.
6 minutes, 42 seconds remaining.
And we'll return to Conwell-Egan Catholic in just a moment.
Hi, Paul Muller here, and there's never been a better time to be part of the team. New car inventory is back. We have over 100 new Toyotas ready to drive home today with some of our most popular models available. And with a huge selection of dependable certified used Toyotas, our pre-owned departments are ready to make a deal that works for you. Plus, our award-winning service centers will have you in and out and back on the road in no time. Visit one of our 3 locations in Langhorne, Glen Mills, or Princeton, or online at teamtoyota.net.
Don't forget, you can read about tonight's game and tomorrow's Trentonian. For complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian, or online at trentonian.com, the only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. Also got some Notre Dame football tonight on the WBCB Sports Network. Tomorrow, the Nottingham North Stars in action in one of the games we have for you. I think that's a big noon kickoff. And also got the Trenton Central Tornadoes with some high school football. So a doubleheader on Saturday here on WBCB. All right, 2nd and 2 from the 5. Kimbrough here with backs in the eye. Ferry the tailback. And late to get Hall on the field. He lines up in the slot. Play action. Rolling is Kimbrough. Sees an opportunity to take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown for quarterback Aubrey Kimbrough. And the Eagles strike first. 6-0 with 6:12 to go.
He does the Superman celebration as he comes off the field.
The Cam Newton?
Yeah, it's very Cam Newton-esque, the way he leaped and jumped over defenders to get that touchdown there. Heck of an effort for the team's first score.
Great effort, great vision, saw the opportunity, took advantage of it. Now Osterberry looking to add the extra point.
Johnny Osterberry lining up for the point after touchdown.
Love to see that when teams struggling offensively, just putting everything on the line there.
placed down, and Osterbury splits the uprights. 7-0 Egan with 6:12 to go in the third quarter. Again, a 5-yard touchdown run for quarterback Aubrey Kimbrough. Now you got to let that defense get back to work. And again, it seems like Egan figuring things out on the offensive side of the football. Against the Saints, they can't afford any slip-ups, and that's been making it difficult for them here tonight. But
yeah, and we talked about, like, if Egan was able to do any adjustments, different scheme motions, stuff like that, with the team being on the field at halftime. Well, that last drive, it looks like they definitely changed some things up, because that was a great-looking offensive drive.
And that drive really bailed out a big connection from Kimbrough to Toombs. That 30-yard pickup was the explosive play that really set them up for a potential score. They take advantage, and now Osterbury approaches. This time a line drive that comes down at the 20 and gets away from Kyrese Bradley initially, but picks it up, returns it for about 7 yards as they'll mark him down at the 30. 1st and 10 for the Saints as we are midway through the third quarter tonight, and just a 7-0 score. Egan getting it done on the quarterback keeper. Now Ruffin back to work.
Yeah, we'll see if Neumann Goretti can, muster up any kind of offense themselves.
We've seen Ruffin show off that arm a couple of times. And now they got to move Van Norden off the field. So did they have 12 guys out there? Yeah, you can't do that. An illegal substitution on the Saints.
That is a 5-yard penalty, bringing the ball back to the 25-yard line. 1st and 15, Neumann Goretti.
I mean, tonight Egan has had trouble getting out of their own way, but the Saints just, I mean, that's a perfect example right there. You got 12 guys out there.
Yeah, that's a simple one right there.
I mean, a mental error, a coaching slip-up, but it drops them back 5, 1st and 15 from their own 25-yard line. Ruffin hands off to Bradley.
Kyrese Bradley, the ball carrier.
Bradley runs right into Sincere Ferry and Colin Walker. And they pick up about 1.5 yards.
2-yard gain to the 27-yard line. 2nd and 8 Saints at their own 27.
2nd and 13 here.
That's why these penalties are so tough, because, you've already been struggling offensively all game, and then, you pretty much just shooting yourself in the foot, taking yourself back 5, 10 yards, and it makes it even tougher to get those first downs.
Yeah, and anytime you get behind the sticks like that, it's hard to trust the running game is going to be able to make up for those losses. Ruffin will look to throw, flushed from the pocket, bangs off of one defender, and is brought down eventually by Brian Shimp. But he moves it up to the 36. Wow, they're marking him up to the 39-yard line. That seems like a very favorable spot.
And it makes it go from a 3rd and long or 3rd and manageable here.
I thought it was 3rd and 4. Instead, it's looking like 3rd and 1 where they mark the football.
3rd down 1 for the Saints at the
A very generous spot, but, if you're Neumann Goretti, you got to try to take advantage of it.
Yeah, even on 3rd and 1, no guarantee that they can get it done the way the Eagles have gotten after them. Ruffin hands off, and across the 40 up to the 41-yard line go the Saints. And that is enough for a 1st down. And a fresh set, Kyrese Bradley
2-yard gain to the 41. 1st down and 10, Neumann Goretti
gets the 2-yard pickup. And the Saint 1st down. Up next for Egan, they visit Archbishop Carroll. And then take on Archbishop Wood. Next up for the Saints, they visit Archbishop Ryan and round out their regular season against Lansdale Catholic. They also have their Thanksgiving Day hookup with South Philly down the road. From the gun, Ruffin gives to Bradley. And Bradley brought down. Another nice play by number 64, Chase Walters.
2nd and 9, Saints at their own 42.
They pick up just a yard, 2nd and 9 coming up.
And this Neumann Goretti team, it seems like they take a lot of time to get the play calls in and get everything set up.
On 2nd and 9, they fake the handoff to Bradley. Ruffin holds on to it, and he gets pushed out of bounds at the 45. Play made by Sakai Hall. They pick up a few more, and now are looking at 3rd and 6.
Yeah, good job by the defense containing that edge, not letting the quarterback get all the way around there for a bigger gain.
And not biting on that fake. Initially faked it to Bradley, and good discipline by Egan defensively to stay with their guys. 3rd and 6, pressure. Here comes Sincere Ferry. The pass thrown incomplete off the hands of Carter Bashir.
Number 10, Carter Bashir.
And it's now 4th and 6.
Yeah, tight coverage all around. They sent the pressure. There was pretty much nowhere to go with the football.
Felt like a pretty good throw, and they almost made that connection, but they just have not been able to get that rhythm, get that chemistry going here tonight.
No consistency, no flow to their offense tonight.
All right, are they going for it on 4th and 6? It looks like it initially is.
Interesting decision here.
Ruffin flanked by 2 backs, and it'll be a quick kick. It's a short one. Comes down at the 43 and takes a sideward bounce. That's good field position for Conwell-Egan Catholic. And their Neumann Goretti maybe getting a little bit too cute. I mean,
you're not sure what the thought process was with that one.
I mean, sometimes on those quick kicks, you don't have a guy dropping back for a return, and you can get it to roll down the field. But that kick maybe only went 15, 20 yards. So Egan 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. 2:41 to go, 3rd quarter. Up 7-0. And Aubrey Kimbrough back under center, sets him down.
And able to keep his feet in bounds for that huge play. Second time they hooked up on that right sideline.
28-yard pickup. And that time was like just a 3-step drop, a quick throw for Kimbrough. Flips it out. Running room out there for Abu Fafana. And Fafana escorted out of bounds inside the 25 and thought maybe a flag could come out, but now they say that's a good play. Jaden Green over there finishing the tackle. But a 7-yard pickup for Abu Fafana.
6-yard gain to the 22, 2nd and 4 for the Eagles at the Saints 22.
Yeah, you can tell that touchdown drive, last possession, gave this team a bit of confidence, a bit of swagger. They seem a lot more confidence in their play calls, and they're rolling right now. We talked about if one score, all you might need is one score. 2 scores, it might feel like the end for, as we got a QB scramble here.
Yeah, he's going to roll to the outside, then just tuck it and go and pick up an Egan first down. It was 2nd and 4. He picks up 6 as he goes out of bounds on the far side of the field. And it's a fresh set of downs for the Egan Eagles. They're inside the 15.
8-yard gain to the 14.
If Conwell-Egan can score here, if you're Neumann Goretti, you might feel like a hole too deep for you to dig yourself out of the way this game has been going.
Yeah, it could be deflating for the Saints here if the Eagles can finish this drive. Kimbrough gives to Sincere Ferry. Ferry up to the 10. Stays on his feet. Takes about 4 Neumann Goretti defenders to bring him down. A 5-yard pickup.
2nd and 5. Eagles.
Egan to the 9-yard line. They got to get inside the 5 for a first down. But their objective is 6 points.
Last minute to play in this quarter.
Yeah, get as many points as you can, don't.
Be inside certainly Johnny Osterberry's range right now, but in order to make a statement on this drive, you got to finish it. Zuriella tries to step through a hole, but they converge on him. Tackle made by Cade Jaskolka.
Biggest thing you want down here is just no turnovers. Be clean with the football.
3rd and 5 for the Eagles.
Try to make a play, but if the play isn't there, don't do too much to where you can cost the team a possession. Like you said, they are in field goal range. We want 6, but if we got to take 3, let's at least get that. We don't want 0.
And 3 points here would make it a 2-possession game, but Eagles again with their eye on the end zone. 3rd and 5 from the 10. Kimbrough throwing to the far pylon, and the ball is caught, but the flag comes out. The play is coming back. Egypt Renty was the guy who came down with the football. I know they say incomplete. He must have been out of bounds over there, and now we'll see what this flag is about.
Indication from the referee.
Pass interference on the Saints.
Yeah, it kind of looked like he was holding his arm. As you saw, he went up with only one arm. I think his other arm was being pinned down by the corner there, which is why we saw the flag.
So half the distance to the goal will set the football down at the 5-yard line, right? Doesn't that give them a goal-to-go situation?
I would think so.
Should. No.
No, but it looks like they're right there. So they just didn't mark off enough yardage. 3rd and about an inch from the 5-yard line. The give is to Ferry, and he goes into the end zone for an Egan touchdown.
Touchdown! 5 yards for Ferry and the touchdown.
Egan extends their lead to 13-0 as we reach the end of the 3rd quarter. A 5-yard Sincere Ferry TD.
Yeah, way to finish off the possession with 6 points. Now you really put a stranglehold on this game.
On to add the extra point, Osterberry. Placed down, and the kick is good. 14-0. Our score. Egan on top of Neumann Goretti. And that brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. We're back in just a moment with 4th quarter action on the WBCB Sports Network.
BCWSA customers, former Phillies pitcher Tommy Green here. I played on the 1993 National League champs, so I know a thing or two about what it's like playing on a winning team. BCWSA has all the ingredients. They make it easy for their customers to get automatic updates by text, email, or phone anytime there is a disruption in your service area. You can even customize your alerts by going to bcwsa.net. That's bcwsa.net. BCWSA, your partner for a safer environment. BCWSA, proven.
When it comes to plumbing, there's only one trusted name for your home or business. That's Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown. Whether it's drains, water heaters, faucets, or sewers, Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown can solve all of your plumbing problems. Time-tested and punctual since 1984. It's Ben Franklin.
All right, we start quarter number 4. Egan with a 14-0 lead over the Neumann Goretti Saints. Last home game for the Eagles this season. They move on from here to play at Carroll and at Wood. Osterbury angling that one to the far sideline, comes down at the 32. A fair catch made, and that is where the Saints take over. 1st and 10.
Yeah, a lot of work to do if you're, down 14.
And not a huge lead, Darnell, but it seems insurmountable the way this game has been going.
Yeah, still, I don't know if they've had a red zone opportunity this game, even cross midfield. So, got to get to work now. If you're Neumann Goretti, got to muster up some kind of offense here. Try to get yourselves back in the game. Like you said, not a lot of time. Well, there is plenty of time. If you can just get one score, give yourself a chance.
Yeah, there is time, but as you said, they have struggled just to move the football over the 50-yard line here tonight.
That's why we play 4 quarters, right?
Ruffin calling for it. Fakes the handoff. Quarterback keeper runs out of bounds, escorted out there by Shimp. And that's just a 1-yard pickup. So 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9, Saints at their own 33.
Ruffin goes out of bounds to stop the clock with 11:52 remaining in tonight's game. Again, more high school football action later tonight. They might be underway already as Notre Dame.
I think they already went live. The game, I don't think it started yet, but you can check out Mike Warren on the call over there at Notre Dame.
Notre Dame, I think they're playing Paul the 6th.
Yes, Paul the 6th. Not the 5th, not the 7th, the 6th.
I get my Roman. I was making sure it's not Paul the 4th.
No, yeah, the Roman numerals, they get a little tricky.
Ruffin from the gun throws downfield, intended for Waidik Collier, but overthrown defensively there for Egan was Abu Fafana. And now the Saints looking at a 3rd and 9 and in danger of going 3 and out.
Did you find the girl? She's outside with the...
Yeah, last thing you want to do, start this 4th quarter, is have a 3 and out, down 2 possessions.
I mean, a 3 and out here for the Egan defense is almost like a shutdown inning in Major League Baseball or whatever. You get the points, and then you get the football back. But they need to stop here on 3rd and 9. Ruffin 2 receivers to the near side, 1 up top. He's got Bradley in his back on the backfield. And will throw here way too high for Waidik Collier. Again, Abu Fafana there defensively for the Eagles. And that makes it 4th and 9. And the Saints going to try to flip the field and kick it away.
Yeah, and it looked like he got hit there as he was throwing it because he had the receiver put plenty of power on the ball. Just as he was hit, that thing just sailed on him.
Back to receive the kick is Sakai Hall. Low snap, bounces right to Ruffin, has a low end-over-end kick that comes down at the 45 and checks up at the 46-yard line. Singleton touches it to end the play, and it's Eagles football, 1st and 10 at the Neumann Goretti 46-yard line.
And if you're Egan here, you've already got 2 scores. You're up 2 scores, like we said. just try to eat some of this clock maybe. You got 11 and a half left in this fourth quarter. Just try to eat as much as you can to give Neumann Goretti not a lot of time to work with. It'd be nice to end with some points, too. Try to make it a 3-possession game, but time eating is probably of the essence.
The give goes to Fofana on the counter. He steps through a hole and takes it up to the 42. Now they'll mark him at the 41-yard line.
Yeah, like you said, Gus, you just want to take off as much clock as you can. Your defense has been, standing up this second half. Offense is waking up a bit. You get a couple first downs.
And that's the way to do it. 5 yards here, 5 yards there. Next thing you know, you're eating up a ton of clock and moving the football down the field in the process. Down under 11 minutes remaining tonight. Egan up 14-zip. Kimbrough gives the football that time to Sakai Hall. And Sakai Hall has a first down.
Yeah, it can be deflating as a defense, For 4 quarters, been out there on the field trying to stop the run. Got a deflating scoreboard, and, guys are still coming at you. You can see these runs. We're not seeing as many free runners as we saw in the first half, as many stuff runs. These running back falling forward, guys not wanting to tackle as much as they did in the first half.
Yeah, that running game takes a toll, and we're seeing that pay off for the Eagles. Right now, 1st and 10 from the 35. I formation, the give to Hall. Picks up a couple. Sakai Hall to the 33.
2 yards to the 33. 2nd and 8. The Eagles at the Saints 33.
9:45 and counting. 5-yard touchdown on a quarterback keeper for Aubrey Kimbrough and a 5-yard TD for Sincere Ferry. Meanwhile, Egan in no hurry. They don't have a lot of time to get this play off. And the flag comes out. Offside is the call. Goes against the Saints.
Offsides against the Saints.
That's tough.
So it becomes 2nd and 3.
Spot the ball at the 28. 2nd and 3 for the Eagles at the 28.
And again, they mark off the yardage, wind the clock. Down to the 9-minute mark in the 4th quarter. Kimbrough just waiting for that back judge to lift his arm. Lets him know he's got a little bit of play clock left. Falls as he hands the football off to Abu Fofana, and they say that his knee touched the turf. So the play is dead at that spot. They'll mark him down at the 31.
31, 3rd and 6, Eagles at the Saints 31.
Yeah, wonky play there.
Well, I thought he got that football in the air to his guy before he went down.
I didn't even.
But knee hits the turf. Play is dead. 2nd and 3 from the 28. Excuse me, from the 31. And it's 3rd and 6. Before the play, timeout. Egan talking things over with 8:08 remaining in the 4th quarter. On top 14-0. Don't forget, if you missed the action on WBCB, read about tonight's game in tomorrow's Trentonian. Outstanding local and national sports coverage that you can count on 7 days a week. It's all in the pages of the Trentonian. And watch the Coaches Roundtable show. Video stream live every Wednesday night at 7 from Sandy's Beef and Ale, brought to you by Lower Bucks Hospital since 1954. Lower Bucks Hospital has supported the youth of our community. Well, great to be here tonight, and I think this is my first trip to the Egan football field. We've done a handful of games on BCB.
Yeah. This is my first time over here in this nice new field. It's nice over here.
I mean, all new. I feel like they got all new stuff with the football field, the softball, the new turf field for soccer.
All turf everywhere.
Well, great to be with you tonight. And now out of the Conwell-Egan Catholic timeout, Eagles back to work, 3rd and 6 from their 31-yard line. From the Saints 31, excuse me. Kimbrough looking to pass and has no time. Sacked on the play. Keyshawn Flowers. And it looked like Flowers was able to come in there unblocked. And that loss makes it 4th and 12.
And Kimbrough limping off a little bit after that hit. It was a good sack, but just the way he came a little low on the legs of Kimbrough, so he's walking gingerly over there, trying to walk that off.
Now Egan will try to play a little field position. Johnny Osterberry to punt. Saints don't have anybody back to receive the kick. Meanwhile, we're running to the end of the play clock.
Back deep for the Saints.
The Eagles do get it off. A high spiraling kick for Osterberry comes down at the 5 and skips into the end zone for a Neumann Goretti touchback. So 7-12, still a ton of time in this game when you consider Neumann Goretti just needs to mount a couple of drives. But that's easier said than done against this Egan defense. They have been on point all night.
Yeah, sometimes the opposing team just has your number, and that's been Conwell-Egan tonight. Goretti still haven't crossed the 50 yet. Just haven't been able to put together any consistent drive, consistent first downs, moving the chains, and the penalties all day have been killing them.
I mean, Ruffin's still a good thrower of the football. Here he pulls it down, running room right up the middle. For Deontay Ruffin, he's over the 50-yard line and down at the 45 of Conwell-Egan Catholic.
Said, I'll get you past the 50 now.
Yeah, they'll say he's up to the 42 before he went down. And now some tempo for the Saints. They get right up to the line of scrimmage, but there's an injury timeout. Abu Fafana looks like he's cramping up. And so timeout on the field with 6:56 to go. Egan in front of Neumann Goretti, 14-0. We'll step aside and return in just a moment.
An injured knee might look pretty simple, but there's a whole person behind that injury. One who misses the feel of his jump shot and spending time with friends on the court. It's not enough just to heal. He needs to get back out there. At Trinity Health, we're here to help you reach your goals. We combine all the knowledge and expertise of a national health system with personalized health care that treats the individual behind the injury. Because we see all of you.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere.
Egan's Abu Fafana was the player shaken up down there. Good to see that he was able to get to his feet and actually jog over to the far sideline. Certainly Conwell-Egan Catholic hoping that he can return to action as Deontay Ruffin calls for the football, drops back, steps forward, but is brought down. Number 64, Chase Walters, with a shoestring tackle of the Saints QB. They lose a couple, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, great pursuit right there by the defensive line. Able to make a play there and knock Goretti back.
Now Ruffin hands off to Bradley. And Bradley upended by Johnny Osterberry.
Tackle for loss by 21, Johnny Osterberry.
And that's another loss of a yard.
Yeah, give Conwell-Egan's defense credit after giving up that big play, coming back next two and standing up.
Makes it 3rd and 13. Again, no huddle for the Saints, quickly up to the line of scrimmage. And they're going to give it to the quarterback, a quarterback keeper, but another great tackle by Johnny Osterberry.
And Neumann Goretti got away with one as their receiver closest to the sideline. Never got set. Didn't really know if he was on the line, off the line. Kept looking at the referee, bouncing back and forth. And there was no flag, though. So Neumann Goretti getting away with one there.
Timeout on the field taken by the Neumann Goretti Saints with 4th and 11 coming up, and 5:31 on the 4th quarter clock. Watch the Coaches Roundtable show, video streamed Wednesdays from Sandy's Beef and Ale, brought to you by Lower Bucks Hospital. Since 1954, Lower Bucks Hospital supporting the youth of our community. And thanks also to Finney McGee's, 1400 Farragut Avenue in Bristol, open 7 days, offering some of the best down-home local food specials in the area. Try Finney's Burgers, including their Guinness cheeseburger, a half-pound burger topped with Guinness gravy, sautéed onions, and provolone, or try Finney McGee's sandwiches like their boardwalk sausage and peppers or their Fat Elvis egg rolls stuffed with peanut butter, bananas, and a side of fluffernutter. Finney McGee's, making portions of tonight's game possible. 4th and 11. And Ruffin throws over the middle, incomplete. Looking for Jaden Reed. And Green can't come up with that one, and they turn it over on down. So with 5:27 to go, the Eagles take over, up 14-0.
Yeah, once again, just nothing going for him offensively. Can't get any big plays going consistently.
Just that one explosive play on the quarterback keeper from Deontay Ruffin up the middle, moved him up the field, but then they stall out again and give it up to the Eagles.
Yeah, just a rough performance offensively. Yards have been hard to come by.
Now the Eagles going to grind this out as Kimbrough will pitch it out to Hall. Hall across the 40, stays on his feet, pushes forward, and Sakai Hall near the 50-yard line. Ends up being a 7-yard pickup.
7-yard gain for Hall to the 49. 2nd and 3, Eagles at their own 49.
And for Egan, that clock now continuing to move as it goes under the 5-minute mark. Opportunity here for Egan just to grind out the rest of this game on a drive. I mean, potentially they can...
Yeah, just want to chip this thing away with the time.
Kimbrough, handoff to Sincere Ferry. Ferry breaking tackles. Bradley has him, won't let him go, and slows him down at the 36-yard line, but it's another first down for Conwell-Egan Catholic and another big run for Sincere Ferry. As Sincere recognized on senior recognition night, and one of his favorite memories was being on this Conwell-Egan Catholic team since he was a freshman and being a captain for the last 3 years. I mean, that's really saying something when you're an underclassman and as a sophomore, junior, and senior, your team looks to you as one of the leaders.
Yeah, especially as that sophomore, like you said, an underclassman and being a captain, man, that is some tough work for him.
So now in his senior season, poised to get a big win over the Saints. And there, a handoff for Sakai Hall. Hall to the 33, picks up 3.
At the Saints 33.
And that clock just melting away, down under 3.5 now to go. Last home game of this season. I mean, if the Eagles can finish strong, Carroll coming up, Archbishop Wood. Seems like Archbishop Wood, the Vikings, are not necessarily the Vikings of old.
Yeah, 2-5 this year, very surprising.
Handoff there to Zoriella.
Zorea, the ball carrier.
And up to the 32 go the Eagles.
Second, they have one remaining.
And now it looked like Neumann Goretti was ready to call a timeout, but there is a flag down. Right? No, it is a, sorry,
Nope, yeah, they're
timeout.
going to call a timeout, yeah.
So with 3 minutes remaining, timeout on the field as Neumann Goretti talking it over, down 14-0. Big thanks to all of our sponsors, including the Fella Auto Group on Route 13 in Bristol, your hometown local auto dealer, supporting our local students. And they want to let you know, got the perfect car for that high school student. Over 200 cars, trucks, and SUVs priced from under $10,000 to premium pre-owned cars. And if need be, Fella Auto Group finances all credit situations. Their website is fellaAutoGroup.com. And don't forget, you mentioned the Coaches Roundtable show, which they support, and you get $250 right off the top. That's at Fella Auto Group. They also do service on all makes and models, and if you mention that Coaches Roundtable show, you get 10% off of any service work performed at Fella on Route 13 in Bristol. Zoriella with the handoff. No gain on 3rd and 6.
Officials are indicating timeout, Neumann Goretti.
So 4th and 6, and a second timeout taken by the Saints.
In the fourth quarter,
So that's the last timeout that they have.
No score.
And they're hoping that they can just get the football back.
Yeah, just to muster up something here, make it a little bit better on the scoreboard, the final scoreboard.
I mean, we did see their first play tonight was an onside kick. Not a successful one, but yeah, right now they just need to try to get the football back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Meanwhile, for Egan, a slow start, but they've really come on in the second half, and certainly they've won the time of possession in the second half in a big way.
Yeah, big time.
And now on 4th and 6, going for it from the 32. Maybe Osterbury just going for the Kimbrough on the hard count. Trying to get Neumann Goretti to jump. And they're holding their water. And another timeout taken by Egan. All right, so Egan's still with a timeout in the back pocket. I got to think after that they are going to come out and maybe punt this thing.
You would think so.
I don't know. That was, man, it still leaves all options open for Coach Techman. I guess the only thing that's not an option is Johnny Osterbury. This is a little bit beyond his range, right? He'd be looking at maybe a 47-yard attempt.
Yeah.
So that's the situation within the game. You're not going to pull that lever, but I think, too, on 4th and 6, you go for it here. I mean,
yeah, why not? If you pick up the first down, you pretty much can really ice the game with how much time is left, how many timeouts Neumann Goretti has and everything like that. You want to try to finish this game off as a win.
And that's what Coach Techman is thinking as well, as he leaves the offense out there. I formation, Kimbrough under center. Drops back and throws downfield. And incomplete.
Whoa.
Off of the hand
Almost had a
of his
highlight.
intended target there, Chris Toombs. Yeah, I thought Toombs might have been able to haul that one in. But incompletion stops the clock with 2:47 to go. Turnover on downs. So 1st and 10 for the Saints from their own 32-yard line.
Yeah, aggressive play call there, but you got really nothing to lose. Just come out here, play sound defense. Don't give up a big chunk play.
Yeah, keep everything in front of you.
Yep.
Now, I know everybody hates that prevent defense kind of philosophy, but there, a big throw downfield looking for Collier, and the pass broken up Sakai Hall there with the PBU.
Second and 10, Saints at their own 32.
Yeah, good job playing the football.
Ooh, I thought that was going to sneak in there for Collier to have a chance at that one. Like you said, a great late break on the football and a great play on the ball for Egan. Second and 10. Ruffin brought down in the backfield. Sacked on the play. And Sincere Ferry with the QB sack. And Sincere Ferry with some words for the Saints after the play.
6-yard loss. Back to the 26. Third down 16.
You know it's a good play when your shoulder pad comes out of your jersey.
Oh, that's always a great sign. Need a teammate to help you. Help me, team. Help me.
Sincere Ferry there with a sack on that play. Also a touchdown earlier today as we get down to 2 minutes remaining. Ruffin from the gun. Looking downfield, and he's got to pull it down and throw to the sideline. Completes the pass. And stepping out of bounds, Neumann Goretti preserving a minute 50, picking up a first down as Ruffin to Bashir.
22-yard gain.
Continuing to give them a little bit of hope. But the hope beginning to dim as the clock continues to wind down, and another sack on the play. 64, Chase Walters. Well, and go back to something you mentioned earlier, that offensive line seemed like Egan able to shore up the offensive line, and still you can see there guys coming unblocked. Still a mess for the Saints tonight.
Yeah, and this is a fun time if you're a defensive lineman. You know they got to pass the ball to try to get down the field. Down 2 scores, you can just run up and try to make a play.
Second and 15. And Ruffin flushed, and Shimp with the sack. Senior Brian Shimp with the QB sack, and it's another big loss for the Saints. And it's now 3rd and forever. They're at the 30, and they needed to get it up to the 43.
Officials timeout. 43 seconds
So
remaining.
3rd and 28 coming up.
Your Eagles of CC 14, the Saints of Neumann Goretti, no score.
And Egan with an opportunity here, finish this thing out. You can carry some momentum into these final 2 away games.
Preparation going into the next game always feels better after a win, that's for sure.
And this breaks the trend that they had. They were going loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, and now they add back-to-back wins for the first time this season.
And 29 for the Saints at their own 29.
And again, the hope is fading, but still 43 seconds for the Saints to see if they can come up with a miracle. Ruffin throws downfield, but overshoots his target. Sakai Hall looked like he had a shot at maybe coming up with that one. But the incompletion stops the clock with 35 seconds to go. And 4th and 29 for the Neumann Goretti Saints. After the game, I'm going to head down onto the field, talk to, I don't know, maybe either Sincere Ferry or quarterback Aubrey Kimbrough, both of those guys with touchdowns tonight for our player of the game. Rolling to the near side, Ruffin looking downfield, had nowhere to go with it. And as he's about to be tackled, he completes a pass up the field to Dawan Clark. but that's not going to be enough for a first down. It's a turnover on downs, and Egan now can take victory formation, drop a knee, and move to 4-3. 2-5 now for the Neumann Goretti Saints.
Yeah, first back-to-back wins on the season for the Eagles.
Tonight's game brought to you by BCWSA, St. Mary Medical Center, The Pines Tavern, Rob's Automotive and Collision, thanks to VitaCare Home Health Agency, and Kimbrough takes the knee in the final 20 seconds. Come off the clock. Egan with a 14-0 win over the Saints of Neumann Goretti. Thanks also to Brian Fitzpatrick for making portions of tonight's game possible. Team Toyota, the Revere Restaurant, Nolan Painting, 1 Hour Heating and Air Conditioning, the Trentonian, Lower Bucks Hospital, Finney McGee's Pub, and the Fella Auto Group. That is the ball game. And it's official now. Egan 4-3, Neumann Goretti 2-5. Next up for Egan, Archbishop Carroll and Archbishop Wood. For the Neumann Goretti Saints, they will face Archbishop Ryan and Lansdale Catholic. Want to thank you for being with us tonight. Thanks to the crew, Darnell Turner, helping with the call of the game and behind the camera, and Gus Barber, our video engineer, and helping to call the action. Well, one final time, here from Conwell-Egan Catholic High School, it was the Eagles 14 and the Neumann Goretti Saints nothing. Thanks for catching some high school football on the WBCB Sports Network.